Hey there guys, welcome back to another Doom's Darkside Battle Report. We are playing Warhammer Fantasy, and it's my Empire army versus Swampy's Lizardmen. Say hello, Swampy.
Hello.
Right, we haven't done Warhammer in a while, so I thought a nice little Sunday free, get some games going. So this is the board, which is playing a normal pitch battle, and this is my army. Just give it a quick rundown. Got a cannon on the flank here, a parent unit of 30 spearmen with a wizard lord, and 10 handgunners and another 10 handgunners attachment. Steam tank just behind it. And over here I've got the battle standard freestanding behind this rock, trying to give his little spread across to both sides of the board, with an archer detachment and then a bigger unit of spearmen, 50 in there, has an electric count over there and a witch hunter over there, and then they have a 10-man handgunner unit as well. That is a hellblaster with a master engineer. That is Swampy's frog and not his slain mage. That's on this knight unit, thanks to the ripperdactyls over there. So we'll go over his army in a minute. And then I've got a pistolier unit that's vanguarded up over there. Swampy's got a different style army this time, so I'll hand it over to him and he can explain his army.
My army, I've got 10 skinks on the flank, so they're going to get peppered.
I think it's more like I'm going to get peppered.
Ripperdactyls, don't know what to do with them yet, got knights in front of them. Bastiladon, big unit of skinks with Croxagore and Teto Echo. He used his vanguard ability to move these skinks and these salamanders up. 2 ancient stegs, one with an engine of the gods, and out on this flank, got 10 chameleon skinks.
I can't believe I forgot about them.
Hunting
Jesus.
Hunting this cannon.
What a waste.
You ask yourself who's stupid enough to do.
Right, so this was the end of Empire turn 1, and it was a bizarre turn. Not so that much, but there was a lot of movement going on. These handgunners that were here marched into that building over there, that's why they're standing over there, allowing me the freedom to move my steam tank up this way. Cannons obviously stayed over there. The archers marched through the thicket over here, in the face of that onslaught. And these guys just turned around a bit. Pistoliers moved up to there, and the knights have reshuffled with their frog pet. Right, the magic phase, we rolled 10 for Winds of Magic, and I cast Rain's Thunderbolt on those skinks, did a couple, about 4 or 5 wounds. Then I cast Chain Lightning on them, hoping to get a flick onto them as well, but unfortunately I got them down to 1 guy and Swampy left him far away from them. So the Chain Lightning ended there. The handgunners then finished him off, so that unit of skinks are dead. First blood to me. Oh no, wait, that's a different game. So there was a lot of other shooting going on. The pistoliers down there killed 2 of the skinks over there, so I'm afraid they're going to be in a lot of pain next turn. And then the most important thing, this cannon fired, as you can see, I've got the engine of the gods facing right there. I measured, I guess, 6 inches away from the stegodon. Rolled a 2, then for the next one was another 2, so it just plugged straight in front of him, which was really annoying. The engineer's on the Hellblaster, by the way, so I couldn't even use the reroll. Then I tried this steam tank's cannon, 6 inches away, got 6, bounced into the stegodon, wounded him, and Swampy rolled a goddamn 6 for his ward save. Every time! What is it with his goddamn 6s?
I didn't get a shoe, man.
Alright, so that was the end of my first turn. Unit of skinks dead, 2 over there. I suppose it's not the end of the world, but those guys are going to mince this cannon. Right, let's see what he does. Come on, Swampy, do your worst.
Turn 1. So these pistoliers are legging it.
Took laser burn.
It wasn't these skinks, it was this thing in the magic phase, the Bastiladon.
Felt what panic if they went.
They decided to stand there. They stood there. They stood there. They stood there.
Looks like I'm playing a dwarf army.
They flamed that house, and there's 3 of them left fleeing. Those 10 chameleon skinks failed to kill the cannon, but killed 2 crew. That's it really. Uneventful
magic
turn.
phase, you cast Comet, but I dispelled that.
Comet normally used to come down there, but I managed to roll 6 dice, rolled like 26, and he scrolled it. Won't happen next turn.
What a surprise.
That's it, that's all the damage.
Right, so that was my turn too. Very short and sweet. I had no charges. Those handgunners ran off the board, and those pistoliers rallied. Everything else sort of just held its ground. This archers moved up a little bit, chariot moved up a little bit, and these guys moved up. I tried to aim my wizard at them so I could cast some spells on them. Cast Uranian's Thunderbolt and didn't reach the target level, So that was the end of that then. I did take a wound last turn, by the way, from a miscast on my wizard. So that was the end of the magic phase. Shooting phase, this cannon fired at the Stegodon, finally got past the ward save and rolled 1 for a wound. Jesus, that's the luckiest Stegodon. Because the steam tank fired at the same Stegodon, so that's the 4th cannonball aimed at this turn. And I rolled to hit, he failed his ward save. No, I rolled to hit, got it, and guess what? You got it. You got the ward save again. 6 up ward. I swear to God. I think these dice hate me. Other than that, there wasn't a lot going on. Everything's out of range. We're kind of at a stalemate. He's sitting at the back of the board there like a dwarf army. I'm sitting at the back of the board here like a spanner army. Yeah. And that's the end of that. So turn 2 done. I hate you with your 6 up ward.
Turn 2. Skinks moved up and shot at them. Fell miserably. There, still stood there. He did nothing. He just stood there. They did nothing. Even the magic did nothing. I tried to cast 2 Eye-Shard Blizzards on that tank, and you dispelled both, and I failed to cast a Comet with all my dice. They decided to move out the line of sight of the cannon.
Shit.
2 Salamanders went batshit crazy and killed pretty much the whole unit of Spearmen. There's the rest of them.
My casualties are mounting up there.
Cannon is gone, thanks to these
Million
skinks in the house. They're probably going to come round and finish off what's left over here next turn.
Oh God, I'm in a conundrum here.
Yeah, it's about time he starts moving forward, otherwise it's going to hurt him.
Yes, I'm getting outranged now. Even if I wasn't outranged, my cannons can't hit for shit.
But so far I have lost a unit of skinks,
Right.
which is horrendous.
Well, this is where the table's going to turn, man. Turn 3 is my turn.
Okay, we'll see.
Right, so this is my turn 3. I said it was going to be my turn. It wasn't quite my turn, but at least it was a little more eventful. Let's see, I did quite a lot of moving over there. Although it's not there anymore, the Pistoliers charged those 2.
Combat skinks!
The Knights moved up onto the hill. Hellblaster moved over there. These guys reformed, moved this way. My dudes moved up there. The Battle Standard joined them. After the mauling that Spearman unit took, the Wizard left that unit and moved into this unit. And they just shuffled up a little bit. The Archers moved around that way. So quite a lot of movement, but the major movement came from the steam tank. 5 steam points, I rolled them all and barreled it into that skink unit at the back there. My thinking there was, you know, constantly shooting and missing. Might as well try and get the head of the snake. And I almost did it, but I'll come back to that in a minute. Right, so magic phase. I can't remember how many dice we had. I think it was like 10 or something like that. I cast... Oh, Comet's coming down the stairs. I cast Thunderbolt, I think it was, on them. And I killed 2 skinks from that. Was that right? Did I kill 2 skinks?
Yeah. No, Thunderbolt, I dispelled it.
Oh yeah, you dispelled it. It was the Archers that killed 2 skinks. So then I cast Comet Cassandra, which is, if you can see it, right down there, the back there. So that was the magic phase. Shooting phase, these handgunners didn't do anything. But the Archers killed 2 skinks from that Salamander unit. Everything else has moved up. And then in the combat phase, the skinks killed 1 to a stand and shoot, and then struck first and killed the other one. So that was a complete bust. But my theory was I wasn't going to outshoot them with 2 Pistoliers, so I went for a death or glory sort of situation. And then combat over there. Now, I rolled D6 plus 5, D3. Got 9 hits, killed 9 skinks. Well, I think I got 11 hits.
11 hits, 9 dead.
9 dead skinks. So then he struck back. The Croxigors put a wound on the steam tank. And then a bloody skink put a wound on the steam tank. So the steam tank took 2. I won combat by 3 because I had 10, he had 7. And I didn't realise, but he was only leadership 6. So he failed his first test, but the battle stand allowed him to re-roll it and just hanged on with a 6. So they're stuck in there, and he's shifted over another Croxigor as well. So, holy crap, I could have broke that unit. And look how close they are to the board edge as well. They would have certainly legged it off the board if I knew. So, a little bit of luck, but unfortunately not. So that's my turn 3. I've obviously started getting a little more aggressive because I'm getting my ass kicked here. So, let's see what Swimpy can do on his turn 3.
Spearmen are toast, thanks to the skinks.
Actually, those last spearmen are poisoned.
They're poisoned. Got a few of them with the Salamanders.
One of them misfired and ate
One misfired, yeah, he ate the skink. And the side here, I caused a few wounds on that steam tank. Next one's ready to finish it next turn, hopefully, before this lot get across the board. That's all still there. There's a comet there with 2 counters, and there's one of my comets there.
That comet that came down was hilarious. He rolled 24 for his magic spell, and I rolled all my dice, and I got 23. Well, actually, I got 20. My level 4 wizard, I forgot to mention the last turn, got a miscast and went down to level 3. And if he didn't do that, I would have dispelled that comet, but I missed it by 1 because I went down to a level 3. How friggin' annoying!
So there's 2 comets down on their way down.
Why are they fighting in the asteroid field?
Knights are there. Skinks decide to move round because they're going volley gun hunting, which for the record is out of range of everything over here at the moment. So hopefully it's not going to get a chance to shoot anything dead. But we'll see. Moving on to Jason's turn.
Alright, this is turn 4 for the Empire, and it was an interesting turn. I moved the knights up a bit, spearmen moved up, and the archers moved across a bit. The wizard has left the handgunners. He's just jumping from unit to unit and jumped into that unit. But unfortunately, the comet came down and took out 3 or 4 of the handgunners, 5 of the archers, and 8 of the spearmen. So that comet is down, but my comet didn't come down.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, it's got 3 counters on now.
There's a dark sphere coming down. The Skinks are looking up at it going, oh dear.
It's like an eclipse. Right, so magic wasn't that great. I cast Chain Lightning on the Chameleon Skinks, which Swampy dispelled. And in the shooting phase, those 3 handgunners, the archers fired on them and did nothing. My steam tank used 3 steam points to do the steam gun and killed 10 of the Skinks in that unit. Unfortunately, they passed their panic test, so they were alright. And then the Stegodon and the Crocodile crumped the steam tank to scrap metal. And that was it. That was my turn 4. So we're going to go on to Swampy's turn 4 now, and hopefully he'll fluff it.
Not going to happen, man. I'm going to take that unit out.
No ways,
So at the end of my turn 4, as you can see, managed to finish off those handgunners.
More devastation to the Empire.
Got one of them when I flamed through them and got a load of them.
Freaking salamanders, man. Train them off. This thing. No, they came down last turn, is it? You recasted it this turn.
Recast another comet. It's there.
Mine didn't come down again.
That's still there with 4 markers on it, so that's going to be like strength, what, 8 when it comes down. They ran away from them. The brave and mighty knights of the Empire, running for some pigeons. A few wounds on the volley gun. 1 wound on the engineer that's there. Although something's going to fucking get it. Although that did zap it and got a 6, so it's there at -1 ballistic skill, so it might not cause too much harm. Going into Empire turn 5.
Steam tank died this turn, didn't it?
No, steam tank died in your turn. No, there's still 10 handgunners over there at the moment.
We've been marching around going, what the hell's going on this side?
I'm getting to them.
Alright, so that was my turn 5. Let's see what happened. Movement. My wizard has hopped a unit again. He's like playing for leapfrog or something. He's moved into that unit now. Left the archers to their doom. They fired on the sallies and got a wound on them. There's a blood token. So I suppose that's not the end of the world. My knights rallied. And let's see. The comet came down. Destroyed the basilisk. Bastillodon. Caused 6 wounds on the unit at the back. And another 2 or 3 on the unit at the front because they got magic resistance 3. Plus the ward save from that. It put them up to a decent ward save. But the good news went to those guys. I rolled 22 hits and I only got 4 wounds on them. But 4 was enough to make them panic and run away. So it leaves my Hellblast alone for a little bit longer. And that's about it. Not much going on. There's not all that much left. So these freaking chaff units on the side here really causing me a headache. But that's about it for my turn. Let's see what Swampy's going to do. He's all hiding away in the back there. So come on, Swampy, do your best.
So that's the end of my turn 5. They decided to move out of volley gunning range because they didn't like it. They continued running. Nothing happened here, nothing happened here. Spearman unit is all dead. That is 4 characters.
Yeah.
Because the flamethrowers from there. And the giant blowpipes off the ancient Stegodon.
And there was a comet as well.
And no, there was a lightning bolt.
No, there was a comet that came and
Oh,
killed 3
yeah.
of them.
There was a comet that got 3 of them, did nothing there, and killed some of them. And then I did a lightning bolt in my magic phase, which took out another 4 of them, I think it was. Yeah. They lost 2 out of that unit because of the chameleon skinks. And that's it. Going into Empire turn 6. It's looking promising for the Lizardmen.
What? What makes you think that?
That's the series win.
Right, this was my turn 6 and the last turn for me of the game. My knights charged the sallies, which fled. I then redirected into the chameleon skinks, which also fled. Obviously I didn't catch them as I'm stuck over there. My lone 2 archers charged the salamanders, obviously, which they fled again, and I didn't catch them again. And I did a sort of a crazy charge with my electrocount, trying to get to that stegodon over there. He's got the rune fang, so it's like, well, I hit him automatically. I'll go for a chance, you never know, but he failed miserably. As you can see, he didn't go very far at all. Magic was nothing going on. I tried to cast chain lightning on that big unit, which was dispelled. And then the shooting was obviously nothing. I'm needing 7s with these handgunners on these skinks, so there were no chance there. The Witch Hunter is friggin' miles out of range, so the Hellblaster fired on them and killed 2 skinks and a wound on a Coxeor. That's my turn. So the Empire at least not going to be tabled. Ha ha ha! But let's see what Swampy does on his last turn. I wonder if he's going to charge. Come on, you wuss.
I can't get in range, I'm not in range anyway.
Alright, so this is Swampy's last turn. So that's the end of the game. I mean, we haven't properly worked it out, but I'm pretty sure Swampy's won this. Congratulations, Swampy.
Yay!
And the reasoning is I've killed skinks. Tons and tons of skinks and the Bastillodon. Right, so this last turn for Swampy, what he did was he rallied the skinks, the sallies ran off a bit more, and those skinks down there rallied, and those guys are still alive down there in the corner. He moved up, going for a heavy magic shooting phase, and went to town on these characters. He killed the Witch Hunter, put another wound on the Wizard, and another wound on the Electrocount. But they are still there. Obviously the Knights are still here, they took 1 more casualty, and they were hit by that, this ancient Stegodon did that bubble attack. Oh, I can't believe I just moved the camera like that. But he hit them and only rolled a 1, so they say it survived. But yeah, so there we go, that was the game. Congratulations, Swampy. How did you think this army worked out for you?
Good defensive army.
Yeah, it was unusual seeing a Lizardman sit at the back of the board.
Me sit at the back of the board. I don't think I'll do it again.
It was unusual. I mean,
gas though, to be honest.
I was a bit unlucky in the beginning with all my cannonballs not getting through that Stegodon.
6s.
And some other random crap that was happening. There were some really funny moments as well. Like missing dispels by 1 because I got my level reduced by 1 and things like that. Hellblaster going to town on those skinks and not managing to kill them. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. Lots of threats on the board. I mean, those guys, it must have spent quite a lot of points on them to have them sit in the edge of the board and do nothing.
240.
Well, I suppose.
They kept them. They made the Knights run off, kept them out here.
True.
They were in charging range of me skinks in my pop unit, and they pussied out when they had a flank charge off them.
Yeah, I kind of figured killing blow in strength 5 with lots of attacks or strength 4
armor piercing, buckets of attacks.
wasn't worth it. But it was a pretty good, fun game. I mean, it was interesting. It caught me in 6s and 7s as well. I was thinking, I'm in charge here with the range sort of weapons. Got lots of handgunners and stuff, but they're all out of range, and I'm not anywhere near effective enough for them. And then, of course, having the cannons getting eaten by those bloody things. I can't believe I forgot about the scouts. But yeah, it was still pretty cool. I liked changing my army every now and then. What about you?
Yeah, that's what I did here with no Slan or Old Blood Carnosaur.
Yeah.
He nearly made an appearance, but I decided to leave him in the case.
Yeah, I like just messing around with different types of units and things, just playing with my collection rather than just taking the same army all the time. Anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. You can see my Empire army get bitten to the ground again. That was just a militia army. The real one's waiting.
Yeah. The skink army. Yeah.
Look, I'm going to focus in on them just because I want to show I did kill some stuff. Alright, thanks for watching.